What secrets do you only dare to say anonymously? I accidentally killed my neighbor's prize-winning koi fish when I was 14, and it changed the entire direction of my life. Mr. Tanaka lived next door to us for as long as I could remember. He had this incredible Japanese garden in his backyard with a pond full of koi fish he'd imported from Japan. One fish, Hiroshi, was worth more than our car. Orange and white with perfect patterns. Mr. Tanaka had won competitions with that fish. My parents were going through a nasty divorce that summer. Dad had moved out. Mom worked double shifts at the factory. I was basically raising myself, eating cereal for dinner and staying up till 3 a.m. playing video games. One night I was shooting hoops in our driveway when my basketball bounced over the fence into Mr. Tanaka's garden. It was past midnight. His house was dark. I figured I'd just hop the fence real quick and grab it. I climbed over and landed right next to the koi pond. The motion sensor lights clicked on. All these beautiful fish started swimming toward me, probably thinking I was there to feed them. I spotted my basketball floating near the center of the pond. I reached for a long bamboo pole leaning against a rock. As I stretched to hook the ball, my foot slipped on the wet stone edge. To catch myself, I jammed the pole down hard into the water. I felt it hit something solid. There was this awful thud. When I pulled the pole up, blood was spreading across the water. Hiroshi floated to the surface, a huge gash across his side. He twitched once, then went still. I panicked, grabbed my basketball, and scrambled back over the fence. Spent the whole night throwing up and shaking. I kept seeing that fish floating there. The next morning, Mr. Tanaka's scream echoed across the neighborhood. I watched from my bedroom window as he pulled Hiroshi's body from the pond. He fell to his knees in his perfect garden, cradling this dead fish like it was his child. Turns out Hiroshi wasn't just valuable. Mr. Tanaka had raised him from a tiny fry. That fish was the last gift from his father in Japan before he died. It was supposed to be passed down to his own son one day. Police came. Everyone assumed it was teenagers from the other side of town who'd been causing trouble. Mr. Tanaka installed security cameras, but it was too late to catch me. He barely left his house after that. I'd see him sitting by the empty pond for hours. The guilt was eating me alive. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, lost 20 pounds in a month. Mom thought it was the divorce. I started volunteering at the animal shelter just to feel like I wasn't a complete monster. One day I was cleaning cages when this woman brought in a box of kittens she'd found. One was barely breathing. The vet said it wouldn't make it, but I stayed up all night feeding it with a syringe, keeping it warm. That kitten survived. That's when something clicked. I couldn't bring Hiroshi back, but I could save other animals. I threw myself into it, volunteered every day after school, read every veterinary book in the library, started working at the clinic for free just to learn. When Mr. Tanaka had a heart attack my senior year, I was the one who called 911. I'd been watching his house, making sure he was okay. He survived, but moved to live with his son in California. Never knew it was me who saved him. I became a veterinary surgeon. Not for dogs and cats, though. I specialized in fish. Turns out there's a whole field of aquatic veterinary medicine. I've operated on hundreds of koi over the years, saved championship fish worth more than Hiroshi ever was. Last month, I got a call from an aquarium in California. They had a 40-year-old koi with tumors. The owner was an elderly Japanese man who said this fish was his last connection to his father. When I walked into the consultation room, it was Mr. Tanaka. He didn't recognize me. 25 years changes a person. I operated for 6 hours straight, removed 3 tumors. That fish is still swimming today. After the surgery, Mr. Tanaka bowed deeply and said saving this fish gave him peace about losing Hiroshi all those years ago. He'd spent decades wondering why someone would do something so cruel. I wanted to tell him. The words were right there. But I just bowed back and said sometimes the universe has its own way of balancing things. I still have my basketball. It sits in my office between certificates and awards. Every time a panicked owner brings in their prized fish, I remember that night. How one terrible moment sent me on a path to save thousands. I've never told anyone this. Not my wife, not my kids, not my therapist. Mr. Tanaka is 89 now. He sends me holiday cards with pictures of his fish. He calls me the best fish surgeon he's ever met. He has no idea I'm the reason he needed one in the first place.